Hello and welcome. The Finance Minister has read out the budget document. There are a lot of things to discuss, and we are breaking them down one by one. She made an interesting point around how multilateralism is imperative, particularly given the current global environment around Donald Trump and the United States imposed tariffs. So, to discuss that and the aspects that have been announced in this budget, we have a panel of eminent speakers. I have with me Harpreet Singh from Deloitte. I begin with him. Harpreet, we saw some of the announcements around customs. Do you think that this integrated approach that she has announced would help in the overall system of ensuring that movement of goods happens in terms of ease of doing business?
No, absolutely. So I think the custom changes have basically seen a paradigm shift from a control-based regime to a trust-based regime.
Mhm.
Technology and not touch points is the way forward for customs clearance.
Right.
So most of the announcements have been made keeping the three broad objectives in mind. First, of course, is tariff rationalization.
Mhm.
Second would be to provide impetus to domestic manufacturing. And third is making Indian exports competitive. So I'll give you just a couple of examples.
Hmm.
The first one is the entire announcement on customs integrated system. The Honorable Finance Minister made an announcement that within a span of 2 years, we'll have a customs integrated system, which should be a broad, scalable platform, probably similar to what we have under GST as GSTN. So what this would do is basically this will digitize the entire customs documentation process.
Mhm.
While it's 2 years down the line, but this could actually simplify a lot of import and export compliances for India.
So we are looking at simplifying import and export compliances. I have with me another expert, Mr. Manoj Mishra. He is from GT. Manoj, this also points to the risk assessments and how to mitigate them. What do you see in these announcements?
So, just to add to what Harpreet said, that they are going into trust-based mechanism rather than controlling, and we have seen a lot of ease of doing business. And even last year, if you remember, they have provided an application by which you can edit your bill of entry if you feel that you have not declared something or valuation has been upwards or downwards. You can do that. So it has started from there. Even if you look at this year, they have done a lot of ease of doing business. As Harpreet mentioned, they are trying to integrate and make something like GSTN. Apart from that, we expected that they will come out with some kind of amnesty scheme to get rid of age-old litigation. Somehow that did not happen, and they have provided some via media where you can pay some excess tax and get rid of your litigation. Apart from that, they have provided some benefit to AEOs, and AEO 3 would be entitled to pay duties on its import on periodical basis rather than paying on bill of entry wise. So that is a huge relief, because AEO 3 is granted automatically without much of hassles. So that is going to be a game changer in terms of doing compliances and ease of imports into India.
Okay, we have another colleague of ours, Manish Mishra. He joins us from JSA. Manish, today when we look at the world and the way the global scenario looks like, do you think the budget announcements are looking at the future, are looking at what we should do next?
I would rather put it like this. So this budget, I look at it as a continuation of the theme of previous 4 or 5 budgets.
Mm-hmm.
The focus has been to give impetus to Make in India movement,
Mm-hmm.
with an objective of attaining Atmanirbhar Bharat. Now, how this is progressing is that duty rate structure is being rationalized to ensure that there is a lower rate of duty on import of parts and raw materials, whereas finished articles suffer a higher rate of duty. Now, this ensures that domestic manufacturing in India is incentivized vis-a-vis importing from outside of India. However, I believe that there is going to be a lot of balancing act which would eventually be required in times to come. And that is due to the evolving geopolitical situation and the economic situation that is taking place globally in terms of tariffs announcement by US, the trade treaties which are getting signed in. So on the tariff side, it's very clear that India is going to do what it has been doing for last 6 to 7 years.
Right.
Without making a huge announcement to the world that we are imposing tariffs or we are increasing tariffs. The second theme, which is of course continuing, and we have been focusing a lot on that, is ease of doing business. So there is a simplification of the law procedures accompanying them, and it would result in faster clearances of import and export cargoes. Now, should we be talking about that in 2025 is a question that we should be asking ourselves, because it is something that should have been a given, but we do realize that there are a lot of bottlenecks and there is a significant amount of time that is being wasted on the ports. And third thing, which I believe that this budget is seriously looking at, is in terms of rationalizing some of the duty imbalances which were created in terms of SEZs functioning and how they are operating when it comes to clearing goods to India. So I believe that yes, there is some path covered, but we have a long distance to go. I mean, this is going to be a continuing exercise, and for next 10 to 15 years, we would believe that this would continue as a process rather than as a step. So every year you would see some progression in these directions, which would continue to take place.
So some progression that looks like the glimpse of that is visible right now. But as we've all been witnessing the way the world is going on, and there's a lot of uncertainty in terms of the global business. But also at the same time, we are signing FTAs with newer countries, newer nations. So it looks like we're going to have interesting times in terms of how we will do business and how world will do business with us. But for now, I think there's more to decipher on various other aspects of the budget. In this particular segment, I think that's all from our side. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining us, and thank you, viewers, for watching us.
Thank you.
Thank you.